disconnected.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to do a review of my 2018 Honda CRF250L. This is my first review of it. I've actually had it for 2,000 miles now, so this is the 2,000 mile review. And basically I'm just going to go over what I like about it and if there's anything that I don't like about it. And I'll just show you the mods that I've done to it so far. So it's not just a review of the bike, it's also kind of a review of some of the mods. But I'll do an more in-depth review about 6,000 miles, and I'll do a lot more individual reviews of the mods that I have on it. Not necessarily mods, but the add-ons that I put on the bike. So I'll go ahead and turn the camera around here and show you as I tell you about it. Okay, first off, everything's been super. 2,000 miles so far. It's done great. I've done my initial 600 mile oil change, which that's my camera going off. But anyway, so far it's been perfect. I've never had a problem yet. As far as running, now there is one thing with this bike I've noticed. It does feel like it has more power than the 2014 model, but there's a hesitation before mid-range. It kind of has a dogginess. It's not bad lugging around in low, you know, but then when you get to mid-range, there's before you get to mid-range, there's kind of a pause. It's got a hesitation, and then when you hit mid-range and get in the power band, it actually runs really good. It feels better than my 2014 model. So I really like the bike. Other than that, it's not such a big deal because I'm used to riding it, and I just ride it, get it up in the power band if you're wanting to really go good, and it does a great job. So but as far as what I've done to it, I've not done a lot to this bike, and I mean I've done several little things, but mostly just to improve. Of course, like a skid plate, you know, you want a good skid plate on the bike, and I got this AXP plastic skid plate that I put on here, and it's really, really nice. I'm really impressed with it. And basically what I'm impressed with is I've been on ledge rocks, hitting ledge rocks, and it's not really scuffed up as bad as you would think. No worse than an aluminum one would. And the nice part about this is with the plastic, it don't make that engine noise, the harmonics that you hear when you put an aluminum skid plate on. It's actually just as quiet as stock with that on there, so you don't have to hear the vibrations and the noise like you would with an aluminum skid plate. And it has all the protection up around the engine parts, just like the aluminum. It's not really much different, but very good quality, well-built skid plate from AXP Racing. And the next thing I've added is the Night Design foot pegs. They're a lot wider foot pegs, so it's a nice platform for your feet, and these have really good grip on them. So I like the grip on them. I like the feel of the foot pegs, and they're lowered less than an inch lower than stock, and so they feel real good, especially for me being taller. Probably one of the greatest mods I put on there, if not the best, probably I'd have to say it is the best, is the Seat Concepts seat. This is the tall seat from Seat Concepts. This is the foam and the cover from Seat Concepts, and it is unreal the difference between this and stock. The stock one was total crap. I mean, you ride it, you smash through on the foam till you're hitting the pan, and it's just absolutely the most uncomfortable thing there is. This seat is very, very good. A huge improvement. It's also a gripper seat, which the gripper really wasn't my concern as far as needing the grip. I don't mind that because I move around a lot anyway, so I like to be able to slide back and forth, but it's not a problem. But just the foam in this is amazing, the difference. And riding two up with my wife, she really likes this seat, and she couldn't even hardly ride it with the stock seat. It was that horrible. So Seat Concepts did a great job with their seat, and for the price, it's well worth the money to get one of them. Another thing, of course, is my Nelson rig gear. Actually, right here now, I only have this on here. I have a bigger tail bag, but I also have this small fender bag from Nelson rig, and that is nice because it's so compact and small. just to carry a few things back and forth to work every day and just commuting around. I don't need the big bag on there, but I do have a bigger one. I also have a Nelson Rig tank bag, and I have a Nelson Rig front fender bag. So all this stuff I can put on when I need to. So, and Nelson Rig, I've had them, is the only luggage I've really had. It's actually the only luggage I've ever used on the Dual Sports because it's just top-notch stuff. Really good stuff. So, and then we come up here to the Zeta Handguards. Man, these things are good. They're nice. I really like the Zeta, and that's why I went back with them on this bike. I had them on my last CRF250L. I had the white here, but the red. But I decided to get the red, and I really like the looks and the quality of this Zeta handguards. Easy to install. They fit perfect on the CRF250L, so that's really nice when you're installing something, if it's easy to install. And then the next thing would have to be the TST. These are the Tst Turn Signals, which I really like these turn signals. Instead of the big, bulky, incandescent things that come on their stock, these TST ones are nice and flexible. So, and these are the smoked ones, and they got 6 LEDs in them, which are really nice and bright. They're real good, real good. I like them. And then on the back is the Tst Tail Light, which is kind of dirty right now. But the tail light, which has integrated turn signals, so it flashes half amber on each side, and then your tail and brake. And then I also got the TST license plate light, which is super nice. They're really good quality tail lights and turn signals. It's real bright, nice and easy to see. So, and then of course I have the some of the stuff. This was sent from Thailand, which is these black side plates here, the number plates on the side, both sides, this rear rack. Now, this is not aftermarket stuff. This is factory Honda. And this rack, you can see it here. If I remove this a little bit, maybe you can see it. But this rear rack is also factory OEM Honda CRF250L rack. But it's not available in the United States. Somebody did send me a thing. I think they found it on eBay, this rack, but it is actually a factory Honda rack, and it was sent to me from Honda in Thailand. It's on, they put it on bikes that they sell over there. You can actually get this in Thailand. And then also the headlight shroud, which is red with the factory Honda decal on here from Thailand. This is a Thailand model also. On the CRF250L, they have a model that is available in this red. I also got the moose tie down straps, so I can tie, or hooks, so I can tie the bike down with these instead of trying to get up around all these controls with the hooks. Just put my tie downs right on there. Works real good. Of course, I have the ram mount here, and I have the X grip that I put on here. This is the little stubby mount because I don't like the big tall one. And then I put my X grip on here when I'm ready to use it. I also have, of course, this is an old drift camera, and I only use the drift ghost cameras now just for the dash cam mode, because it has dash cam mode. So I've got it hooked in my USB, and whenever I start the bike, it automatically comes on, starts recording. So everywhere I go, this is recording 1080p 30 frames per second, and it's just handy to have in case I see something, or there's a wreck or anything that I need a recording of. It's going to be on there. So far the factory tires are holding up good. I really like the factory tires. I mean, just for commuting and back and forth to work and gravel roads, they actually do a decent job. Of course, these tires have 2,000 miles on them, and they're wore down. They're still pretty good knobs. They'll still go quite a bit further. I'm hoping to maybe get 4,000 to 5,000 miles out of them before I change them. And I'm not sure what tires I'll go with. I had the Tractionators on my last bike, and they was super good, super extreme traction. So I may go with the Tractionators, or I'll go back with this same tire. It just all depends. Over here I have the chain and sprockets. This is a DID X-Ring chain and the Sunstar 42 tooth rear sprocket, which gears the bike down a little bit, helps a lot on the road, helps a lot in the off-road in the woods, with a little bit lower gearing, but not extreme lower gearing, so you can't go down the highway at good highway speeds. This keeps it where you can still go highway speeds nice, and so I really like the chain sprockets. And a lot of this stuff that I have on here is available at CRFsonly.com. The chain, the sprockets, the Nelson rig gear, he has that. He has the Zeta Handguards. He has a ton of stuff for the Honda CRF250L. He has these Moose tie rings right here. And he also has the Seat Concept seat. So I'm definitely going to post a link to CRFsonly.com down below. You want to check it out to get any of these parts for this bike, and a ton more. He has everything for this bike. But the bike has been super. I've never had a hiccup. It's never actually died on me yet. The gas mileage, for some reason, this bike is way better gas mileage than the 2014 CRF250L. I will get averaging about 80 to 82 miles a gallon on every tank when I'm going very far at all. And then every tank, if I'm riding around town, back and forth to work, I average 78 miles a gallon. So 78 miles a gallon to 82 miles a gallon is what I've got. I've never got worse than 75 miles to the gallon on one tank, and that's when I done the ride with Blake and was doing a lot of off-road. But I got 75 miles a gallon on that tank. So this thing really does good on the fuel mileage, no doubt about it. I do like the tack on the 2017, 2018 models. It's nice to have the tack and see what your RPMs are, so I really like that. Other than that, the gauge is bigger, but it's really not better other than the tack. You can hear my camera come on and start recording as soon as I turn the key on. This is just a USB that I bought off eBay and made it. I hooked it up to the power, and so when it lights up, it's on, turns the camera on, and I can plug in my cell phone or GPS or whatever to it. So like I say, the bike has been super. I really like it. I really like the fuel mileage. I really like the feel of the bike. The suspension is plenty good for what I do. I'm not jumping and doing motocross, so just for woods riding, it's real nice and smooth. And there's ample power for everything that I do. I don't feel there's ever a need to go up to a bigger bike. I did have the Africa Twin, and the Africa Twin was a bike. It was super. But for what I do, riding back and forth to work, and you know, just enjoying the back roads and stuff, this bike is far better than the Africa Twin for that. It's easy to handle. It's so light and flickable, and it's easy to move around. Even just taking it out of the shop in the morning to go to work, it's just so much easier. Zipping around town or down through the woods, or you want to go down a trail on this bike, it's no problem. I've been on extreme trails already with this thing that there's no way I would have took the Africa Twin, and there's people that can, but they're really good professionals to do that, because I'm sure I could, but I did not want to trash the Africa Twin. And I guarantee you this bike for woods riding is 10 times the bike as that Africa Twin. So anyway, that's about all I have to say about it. I mean, it's really good. I like the 2018 CRF250L. It's been great so far. We'll have to see what Honda comes out with in 2019. I'm sure it will stay the same. There's not much they're going to do, I don't think. I don't think the graphics are going to change, because if you look at the CRF450L, it pretty much has the graphics like this. So I don't think they're going to change the 250L graphics at all. They're going to look the same. I doubt they'll do much to it, but they may surprise us. You never know. So that's all there is to the review of my 2018 Honda CRF250L. Like I say, it's super. No complaints other than the dead spot in the mid-range. I'm going to post a link to some of the places like CRFsonly.com where you can check this stuff out, because he's got about everything I've got on this bike. And he's got incredible stock on stuff. One nice thing about like the Seat Concepts seat is, if you go to seatconcepts.com and get the seats, you're going to have to wait. If you just get a plain any seat, you're going to have to wait a week to 2 weeks to get it. But CRFsonly.com, he stocks a lot of these, like the plain red, the red and the black one you see here with the foam. He'll have that in stock, so he'll ship it right out without having to wait for a build. Now, if you want some custom seat cover or something different, then you would have to wait, and he could order it. But as far as just getting one, go to CRFsonly.com to get your Seat Concepts seat, and you'll get it a lot quicker through him. So thank you all for watching. Please click the thumbs up on this video. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'm real proud to have over 6,000 subscribers now, and 1.8 million views. So things are looking good. Appreciate y'all. Click the thumbs up. Again, please don't forget that. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Right on.